Is this thing on? I'm so nervous. Mm. Hello, everyone. My name is Amanita, and welcome to Mushroom Fairy Tarot. Also, it's my face. um, so if you scroll down and look at my past videos, you can see that I was a hands-only channel, as in you only saw my hands. And though that was great, I took a bit of a hiatus and now I'm back. And while I was on hiatus, I knew that when I came back, I wanted to change my approach to filming and how I created my videos. So, yeah, now I'm showing my face. And I am here as a fawn, Fawn, not Faun. They're different. Um, yeah, so I'm here as your beautiful fawn to give you a tarot reading on messages that you need to know from your spirit guides. Um, Unlike my past videos, I have already pre-drawn the piles. So yeah, but I'm going to show you your options now. But also, just a sidebar, I'm really happy that I am finally back making videos. I'm really excited about this new setup and this new aesthetic that I'm bringing to my channel. So if you would like to make my day, I would always graciously appreciate a like, a share, a subscribe. Also check out my Ko-fi if you want to leave me a tip or if you want a private reading. Anyways, that's it for the disclaimers. Let's go ahead and get into the pile options. For pile number 1, we have this amethyst stone. Trying to make sure my hair doesn't like get in the mic. Anyways, for pile 2, we have citrine. Also, you guys, please ignore my nails. They've really been through it. I had a show this past week and I lost a nail. Sorry, I'm flipping you guys off. And so just ignore that. And for pile 3, we have this aquamarine, I think, stone. Okay, so go ahead and take some time. You can pause the video and then I have timestamps down below. So you can just go click on your timestamp that corresponds with your pile and I will see you there. Bye. Hello, everyone that chose pile number 1 or the amethyst stone. This is going to be your reading on what messages you need to hear from your spirit guides. Also, how are you guys doing? Happy to be back. Okay, so how this reading is going to work is I already have your cards pre-drawn for you, and we're just going to do a quick energy check to see your current energies, and then we're going to get into messages, and then we're going to finish it with an affirmation. So, for your current energy, we have forest, breath. Okay, so what I get from this is I feel like you might be in a time of pause in your life. And it doesn't have to be positive or negative. It could just be like maybe you're taking a break. Maybe you had a very busy time or like a busy couple of weeks, and you're finally getting a bit of a break. Or maybe it's something it's a pause that you didn't expect. I hope that you aren't like sick or injured or anything like that, but it could be something where maybe like, you know, you have to take time away from your usual life because you need to heal or recover from something. Once again, I hope that is not the case. But either way, whatever the details may be, it seems like you're going through a time right now where you are just in a time of pause, a time of breathing, right? A time where you're like, okay, I can actually just like sit and breathe. I'm not like running around and doing like a million different things. I'm taking a bit of a break. And like I said, I don't really get this as being like a positive or negative thing. I think it's just you're just at a bit of a break. And I think it kind of is up to you on whether it's positive or negative. You know what I mean? It's all about what you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so that's kind of your current energy. So if you resonate with that current energy, I'm going to move into the messages. My neighbor just started playing music, so sorry if you hear music. The walls are a bit thin in my room, so sorry if you hear music. Um, Anyways, so we're gonna get into the messages with the tarot. So the first card you have is I don't have my glasses on, so I'm gonna have to squint at this. Two of saucers, ooh, ooh. And then two of saucers, which is two of cups, and then we have seven of mushrooms, which I believe is seven of pentacles, and then we have in reversed the two of branches, which is the two of wands. Okay, so in terms of the messages that your unconditionally loving guides have for you, is that I think like I said earlier with like a time of pause, I think that you're very much in between worlds right now. You're in between, maybe you like are taking a break because you have to make a big decision, or you have to make like a big like change, but I feel like you're in this like in between state, going from one state of being to the next, or like one way of living to the next. And I think that this can feel a bit uncomfortable at times. But I think a bit uncomfortable in terms of like, well, where do I go next? I don't think that everything is extremely clear, or I don't think that there's like a clear plan laid out in terms of where you go next. And so I think what your guides are asking of you is to really lean on your support system. With like the two of saucers, I think there are people that really want to take care of you and really want to listen to what you have going on. Okay, I was making sure I was still recording. They really want to listen to what you have going on. They really want to be there for you, to uplift you and take care of you. And this could be friends, family, found family, a partner, any kind of like community. Like there are people there that want to help you through this in whatever way possible, you know, whether it's like monetary or just being a good ear, or yeah, you know, support. Per. There are people that really want to support you and really want to be there for you. And I think that your guides are really asking you to lean into this. And once again, even if this time of transition isn't like bad or anything, like even if you're doing like fine, you know, even if you aren't in the depths of despair or anything, still, it's still a time for you to remember that you can still connect with the people that love you, and also just realize how far you've come. You know, I think you've come a really long way. And even though you are in a time of transition, you can still realize, oh, wow, I still have so much around me. I still have so much abundance, and I still have so much to be proud of. And I think it's important for you to lean into that. And eventually, the plan will become clear, the path will become clear, and you will find your way through this. But once again, you don't have to go through this alone. You don't have to isolate yourself, no matter what the circumstances are. You can still find connection, even if you can't see people like in person. You can still, you know, video chat, audio message, whatever. Like there are ways to find community and find that solidarity in this time. So those are your messages. Like I said, these are going to be quick messages. Since this is my first video back from hiatus, I'm not doing super long messages like I was in my old videos. So yeah, but if you want a longer message, you can buy a private reading for my Ko-fi, or you can subscribe to my channel and see what comes next. Anyways, we're going to finish off your reading with an affirmation card. So you have, I open new doors to life. And on the back, it says, I rejoice in what I have, and I know that fresh new experiences are always ahead. I greet the new with open arms. I have to burp. Excuse me. I greet the new with open arms. I trust life to be wonderful. Well, isn't that great? I feel like, oh my God, I have the hiccups now. But I feel like that is perfect for what you're going through right now. And even though the new can be a little scary, be open. Be open, be excited. It's like this, okay, this is gonna be my last note because I am yapping away. But like I said earlier, I had a show this past week, and me and my company mates, dance company mates, we were talking about how, like, you know, you get those like nervous bubbles in your stomach before you go on stage. But instead of saying, oh, I'm so nervous, you say, oh, I'm so excited. Because it's like the same feeling. What matters is the word that we attach to it. So though you may be feeling a little nervous, a little unsure, be like, wait, actually, I'm kind of excited. Actually, I'm kind of open to this newness that is coming into my life, because who knows what could happen. So, anyways, that is your reading. Thank you so much for sticking around and for coming back to my videos after my hiatus or finding my channel for the first time. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope that I will get to see you in my next video. Bye! Hello, everyone that chose pile number 2, or the citrine shard. I don't know if I said this in the intro or in pile number 1, but please excuse my nails, okay? I know they've been through it, so just don't look at them. Anyways, this is going to be a reading on quick messages from your unconditionally loving spirit guides. I have already pre-drawn your cards for you, so we are just going to do a quick energy check to see what your current energy is, and then we're going to do messages and then finish with an affirmation. Like I said, these are quick messages. These aren't going to be as long and drawn out as my past videos, but if you do want longer videos, you can always get a private reading on my Ko-fi, or you can subscribe to my channel, and hopefully we'll have some longer form videos in the future. Okay, so let's go ahead and see your current energy. We have Milky Way, perspective. So, what I get from this, what I get from your current energy is that I think, kind of similar to pile 1, I think that you're maybe taking a bit of a break, but unlike pile 1, I feel like whether you're taking a break from life or not, I do think that you are taking some time. You've been taking time lately to survey your life. Also, I want to say real quick, my neighbor is playing music and doing something next door. So if you hear music or like bumping around or singing, that is my neighbor. So sorry. Anyways, so I think you're taking stock of your life, and I think you're trying to see your current circumstances from a different perspective. As in, maybe you're trying to get the bigger picture. Maybe you're trying to, I don't know, maybe you've just gone through a bit of like a life change or something, and you're trying to like take time to look out instead of like focusing in. Or maybe also something I'm getting is maybe you're wanting to make a change in your life, like you're wanting to make a big change, but instead of just jumping into it, you're taking time to like get the full scope of things and like I said, really take stock of your life and of your current circumstances. Which is great. Looking at the bigger picture is so great. So slay. Um slay. So for your messages, we have also I do not have my glasses on, so if I'm squinting this entire video while looking at the cards, it's because I'm blind. So for this card, um, we have Temperance in reverse, and then we have the Tower upright. T. The Tower is always T, and we also have King of Saucers or King of Cups upright. So hold on, let me readjust. I'm sitting on my bed. You guys just saw my knee brace. um, yeah, hypermobility things. Am I right? Anybody watching this video have hypermobility disorder? Like, tap in the comments if you do. Anyways, so like I said, I think you guys either have been going through a big life change or you're planning on one. The tower usually is something that's unplanned. Like it usually comes up. It usually happens unexpected. Um, so maybe for the majority of you, it's something that has already happened that you haven't planned out yet, and now you are kind of having to take stock of your life because you're like, oh wait, this big life change just happened. What am I going to do? Let me back out and see the bigger picture. And I think maybe I think what your guides want you to know is that I don't think you see quite just yet. Ooh, there's a buzz. I don't think you see quite just yet how capable you really are to handle this change. Like with Temperance reverse and the King of Cups upright, I feel like you might kind of be like pouring into the wrong cups or putting your attention on the wrong things or thinking that you can't do this, you can't handle this change, even if it's a good change. Like even if it's like you got a new job and you have to move somewhere, like that's really exciting, new job, slay, but it is really scary and it does require you to have a bit of a perspective shift. And so I think that you might be kind of nervous that like you can't handle this big change or something like that, but I think your guides want you to know that you're so much more capable than you think. And not only that, but I think you are so qualified for this. You're qualified for this new opportunity, for this new life. Even once again, even if it seems like a net bad, like it doesn't seem like a good change, I still think you're more than capable to deal with the aftermath and to move forward and create prosperity. You have a really deep emotional well, and you're very tuned in to your intuition and to your inner guidance. And so I think your guides are really asking you to tap into that because that's where you're going to get your wisdom, your advice, your guidance, all of that. You're going to get it from that inner well within you, and you don't have to look elsewhere. I mean, I'm happy that you came across this video and everything, but I I'm just a person on the internet. You know what you need to do for your own situation, and your guides really want you to tap into um, that intuition that you have. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Checking the time. We are going to move on to your affirmation. which is I am at peace. And on the back, it says, once again, I have to squint for this, divine peace and harmony surround me and dwell in me. I feel tolerance and compassion and love for all people, myself included. So, yeah, like you're tapped in and you do not need to worry. You do not need to stress. You can handle this. You have all that you need within you. And so find peace in that. So yeah, that is your reading pile number 2. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Once again, if you would like to subscribe, that would be amazing. If not, then I hope you will swing on by to my side of the internet soon. So yeah, have a great day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! Hello, everyone that chose pile number 3, or the aquamarine stone. Okay. Welcome to your reading. I just hit my mic. Sorry. I've been trying to not get my hair in it this whole time, and I just hit it. So how this reading is gonna go. I already have your cards pre-drawn, so we are going to get your current energy. We're going to get oh, I forgot to say this in the last pile, but if you do not resonate with the current energy card, that's fine. You can just choose another pile. So we're going to get your current energy, and then we're going to get messages, and then finish with an affirmation. This is going to be a quick reading. If you want longer readings, then you can check out my Ko-fi for private readings, or you can subscribe to my channel, and hopefully we will have some longer readings coming your way soon. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm gonna take a drink of water real quick. We're back, sort of. I have a little thing on the side for me to make sure that my camera is going, and it's kind of not working right now. So I really hope that I'm still recording. Hello, pile number 3. I had some technical difficulties, so if the frame or camera angle or whatever looks different, it's because I had to adjust it and move it a little bit. But I hope it's not too bad or too obvious or distracting. I think it looks fine, but I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out once I start editing this video. So anyways, I don't know how much I'll have to cut out. So where I ended was talking about your current energy, which we have new beginnings, dawn. Okay, so this is really exciting. I mean, I kind of feel like this card sort of speaks for itself, but yeah, you're entering a new beginning. Maybe you've just started a new beginning. It can be a new beginning of any kind, but I do believe you are having some kind of fresh start. Maybe you're starting something new, and it could be anything. It could be a new job, a new hobby, a new relationship, a new community, a new home. It really can be anything, but I do believe that there is a big sense of newness in your life right now, which is really exciting. And you know, maybe you've been going through a bit of a hard time. I just heard in my head, it's always darkest before the dawn. So maybe things were a bit, it doesn't even have to be drastic. It doesn't have to be anything super bad. It could just be maybe you're just feeling a bit lost or a bit confused. You weren't sure what was going to happen. Maybe you're just kind of nervous. And now, you've gotten the clarity and the information that you need in order to move forward with this new chapter of life. So that's really exciting. Oh my god, if this thing crashes one more time, I'm gonna explode, but I think we're fine. Anyways, let's get into your messages. So we have, I don't have my glasses on, so if I squint, I'm sorry. Just ignore it. First we have the Lovers reversed. Then we have 6 of mushrooms upright, which is the 6 of pentacles. And then we have 5 of saucers or 5 of cups reversed. So what I'm getting here is that you you ever just have a song in your heart? I just felt like I needed to sing. I was about to go on a whole tangent, and I was like, let me not do that. I was thinking about that video. I don't know if you guys know that video of T.S. Madison putting on that wig, saying she feels like Selena. It's like going through my head right now. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. If you do know though, then maybe that's confirmation that this is the pile for you. There's random beeping happening outside. I don't know what that's about. So your messages. So I think your guides want to say that if you've had to make a big choice recently, I think you've made the right choice. And you should feel peace with that. You should feel like don't worry about it. Just let it be. I really do believe that you've made the right choice, and I don't think you need to stress or worry about that choice anymore. I know that sometimes when you make a choice, even if it is the right choice and the healthiest choice, it can still feel a bit, excuse me, it can still feel a bit scary or a bit like, just like, you're like, should I have done that? But don't worry, you made the right choice, you made the right call, everything's going to be fine. Also, I think that I think your guides also just want to congratulate you. Like, I feel like they're giving you a round of applause because I think that maybe you've been, before this new beginning, you might have been feeling a bit pessimistic. You might have just been feeling very out of balance, just kind of looking on the downside of life. And I think as you're entering this new beginning, or as you're, starting this new beginning, I think you really have started to become more optimistic. You started to see the glass as half full, and that has helped to bring you into balance. Um, and I think your guys just really want to give you like a pat on the back. Like, I'm not getting a lot of like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. I think you've already done a lot. I think you've worked a lot on your mindset and on your outlook. I also was going to say on your attitude, which sounds so aggressive, but I don't know, maybe you have been working on your attitude. And I think that your guys are just saying, like, good job. Like, you did it. We're proud of you. And we're gifting you this new beginning, because you deserve it, because you've done so well, and because you've actually started to see the sunny side of life. And yeah, I think that the only like message here is to just like keep going, just like enjoy this moment, enjoy this new phase, this new chapter, take it all in, don't take anything for granted, and be proud of yourself, give yourself a pat on the back, because if you haven't already started to see all of the good and all of the beautiful things happening, then you're going to start to notice. And or just take this as a message to start to notice those moments of joy, because they're there. And there's a lot of good surrounding you right now, and there's a lot of good coming in for you right now. So yeah. And so we're going to finish off with your affirmation, which says, there is no blame. And on the back it says, I realize the need to blame anyone, including myself. I said, let me start over. I read it wrong. I release the need to blame anyone, including myself. We are all doing the best we can with the understanding, knowledge, and awareness we have. So yeah, like, you're doing great, sweetie. Just keep doing it. Keep on keeping on. Keep believing in yourself. Keep believing in your guides. Keep believing in beauty and magic and joy, and also take note of those moments of joy, and you're gonna be golden. Anyways, that is your reading, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I really hope that when I go to edit this, it's not that bad. Oh my God, there's like a fly in here. So yeah, sorry about that, but I hope you stick around, subscribe, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.